Okay, hello Cloud Gurus and welcome to this lab, where we're going to explore the GCP console. Alright, we're going to start off at this console.cloud.google.com link, which is where we're going to start a lot of our labs. And in this case, we're going to be logged in as the account owner that we just created with the actual GCP account. So go ahead and join me in the console. Okay, I'm assuming you closed down the incognito windows before, so open up a new one, head to the GCP console URL, and then log in with the email address and password. Of course, we'll also need our verification code. And we're in. Now we start out with this navigation menu expanded on top of things, so we can close that down just to get it out of the way for the moment. Now up at the top here, we see a notification bar that tells us how much credit and how many days we have left in our free trial. But since we don't want to be tempted to hit that upgrade button, let's just dismiss this. That said, we will want to be able to see what our billing information is, so you can either click on the card over here to get over to the billing section, or you can open up the navigation menu and click on billing there. Now I have my screen zoomed in so it's easier for you to see in the videos, so I'm going to collapse this little bar on the left, and I'm going to hide the info panel too. So here we see that I have $383.96 in credits remaining. Now the reason this is more than $300 is because it's Canadian dollars and it was $300 US that was credited to the account. Of course, there's no exchange rate for days, so there are still just 364 of those remaining. Now while we're here, we may as well rename this billing account and call it my trial billing account instead. It could make it more clear that this is the one that's specifically the trial one, in case you attach another billing account later. Now if we want to see the list of billing accounts we have, we can click on this drop-down and then Manage Billing Accounts. Here we see I still only have one billing account attached. We can leave this just like this for now. Up in the navigation menu, let's head back to the home page. Now here on this main dashboard, we can customize it so we only see the stuff that we really care about. If we press this Customize button up on the top right, we can turn off cards for things that don't matter to us, and move things around just by dragging and dropping them. Alright, when we're done playing with the layout, we can just hit Done, and we'll see a more simplified view. You probably want to keep this news card active, but I'm going to turn mine off to save some space. Same goes for this documentation card. You might also want to leave this Getting Started card active and explore some of the tutorials that they've got linked here. Of course, we'll be going through a number of things in this course already, so you don't necessarily have to go and explore on your own yet. I suggest you leave this APIs card visible for now, and just watch what happens here as you do things in this project. We can also get rid of cards using this little drop-down. Of course, we do actually want to keep the project info card around. If we click up here on Activity, we can also see a list of all the things that have been happening in this project. This is a new account and project, so there hasn't been a lot going on yet. Speaking of projects, one was automatically created for us when we created the account. If we click here, we can see some more information about it. Google assigned a project number and automatically generated an ID for us as well. The name of the project can be changed, but the project ID and project number can't be. So let's take a look at that. If we go to the dashboard and click on the project info to go to the project settings, we see here the project ID is grayed out, the project number is grayed out, but the project name can be changed. And here's how we can control the project in a little more depth, but we'll get to that later. Now to see a list of the projects that we have, we can click on this drop down up here And this is also where we could create a new project. For now, let's head back to the main dashboard. Some other things we see here are that all the platform services seem to be operating normally, which is nice, and we can link to the cloud status dashboard here. But also, at a glance, we see that we have no resources in this project, we haven't set up any trace information, or any reporting. That's not really surprising because we haven't done anything yet, right? Just a couple more things to point out before we finish this exploration. Up at the top, we can see our free trial status. We can get that bar back by pressing the little present icon. We can see notifications at a glance from this little menu and link straight to the activities page we saw no matter where we are. And we can also learn about things like keyboard shortcuts and set up preferences in this menu. If you want, you can also go through Google's interactive tutorial to show you around the console. So that pretty much wraps up what I wanted to show you in the console here. But before I go, don't press the Cloud Shell button. No, I'm totally kidding. You can press that all you want. It's actually the free trial upgrade button that you do not want to press. We'll be using Cloud Shell a whole ton through this course, so don't be afraid of it at all. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know. If not, please feel free to move on to the next lecture. Thank you.